Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, episode 5. Of course, I am your host, Maz, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Ben and Ryan. Boys, how's it going?
Terrible.
Oh, mate. Mate.
Right,
this isn't going to be a happy podcast.
Yeah. No, so just for everyone listening out there, this is literally filmed, 20 minutes after full time?
Yeah, literally.
So you're going to get the raw...
I've had flat pints all evening, and now I'm back here.
You're going to get the raw reaction from Seagulls Social here. But first of all, before we go into the game, boys, we got to ask, how's everyone's weekends and weeks? Ben, did you get up to anything nice this weekend?
I did, yeah. Played a bit of golf. I'm getting into that now at the moment. Played in the rain and the wind, still won. Beat my friends, that was good.
Decent.
And then it was a birthday, and then Sunday went out with some friends for some lunch. So yeah, it's a boozy weekend.
What you playing off? Golf.
It's pitch and putt and a Rodine. So every hole.
So
every hole's a par 3, but we move.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. So it's not really golf then, is it?
Nah.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the end of that one then. Ryan, do you do anything better than golf? Well, mini golf.
I've got to be honest. It's a pretty quiet one, to be fair. A bit of a quiet weekend, but not too bad. Watched a bit of football.
Nothing to report.
Looked forward to the game today, which was a mistake, and
yeah.
That's about it, really.
No, fair enough. All right, well, it looks like we didn't really get up to much.
What about you, Maz, actually? Yeah, we haven't asked what you done.
Yeah, Maz, what?
Well, mate, there's nothing to report, mate, to be honest. I had the weekend off, actually, because usually I work weekends for work. But I had the weekend off, so that was nice. But I literally didn't do anything at all. Oh. Anything productive, nothing good. So it's probably the most boring review of my weekend ever. But there you go.
And then more negativity in this episode as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's be frank. Everyone's in a bit of a bad mood just because of what's happened. So let's get further ado. Let's get into it. So of course, we drew 1-1. We dominated the first half as per usual. Pretty much, we dominate possession, do really really well. And in the second half, I literally do not have a clue what happens. If any of you can help me out on that one.
Well, I feel like...
what did he say?
I feel like we were watching a Chris Hughton team. I'm not going to lie. It was the most negative display under Potter. Yeah, maybe second half, but even the first half, we weren't sharp. We weren't quick to the ball. I don't know if it's nighttime games. I don't remember the last time we done well in a nighttime game. That might just be a really weird thing. I'm saying
we're scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah, let's blame it on the nighttime fixture.
We have never won on a Monday. Fact.
Oh, that's what you said.
We've never won on a Monday in the Premier League, I think.
So, it was it 5 draws and then the rest losses?
Something like that. It's horrific record. Yeah,
that's actually mad. Yeah, never won on a Monday. There you go. The Monday Blues are real. But yeah, it was mad. Like I don't know what Potter. I think Potter went in there at halftime, just went, "Yeah, lads, just do what you want. There's no tactics, just vibes." You know what I mean?
Yeah, sit back and relax.
No tactics, just vibes from man like Potter. But no, I literally haven't seen us play so well. No, sorry, we didn't play that well first half, but we played well. Like we were on top, etc. And then second half, they were just all over us, and I was expecting them to score. I was expecting them to score the winner because it was just all them. But sort of the big sort of talking point. So first, let's start with their goal then. So for their goal, me personally, I'll start. Me personally, I think Webster should have done much better. Like the way he sort of flicked his leg and then sort of let him get the ball. I just thought, he could have done much better. He could have cleared it or something. He sort of stuck a leg out and he was sort of half-hearted, in my opinion. So that was just my only sort of criticism of the goal. But yeah, I don't know what you boys thought.
Personally, I'm saying, I'm sorry, but it was all on Dan Burn for that. He's been dragged out of position from left back completely. And then I got my Siri on. My Siri's come on from saying Dan Burn for some reason.
Your most used word.
He's been dragged out from position. He's completely out of it. He's lost. The ball's gone through on the right, crossover. He's taken a touch, done Ben White, left him on his bum, put it past Matty Ryan pretty simply. I think it was just, it was for me. It was all on Burn. Webster, okay, maybe he could have got a block in, but personally, I think Burn and White are to blame for that because White got done so easily. It was a touch on his left. He's on his right. It was something that you do in school, and then bang, is in. It was as simple as that.
I mean,
but
I don't know. I think because obviously I follow you on Twitter. I don't know if everyone does, but you tweeted about Dan Burn and like you thought he was the worst player on the pitch.
Completely disagree.
I personally thought
completely
that was.
disagree.
I completely disagree. I think if anything, he's actually one of our better players.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Which was weird.
I think him and Adam Lallana were the top performers for me in my eyes.
Same, yeah. I thought Lallana was class to be fair to him.
Lallana was brilliant. I'll give you that, and it all went to bits when Lallana come off.
So,
oh my god!
Obviously, we don't agree. So, we got myself and Ben thinking Dan Burn played well, and you don't think he did.
I think it's the first time we disagreed on the podcast. I think.
yeah. So we always agreed. To be fair, what did you not like about what do you think he let him down today? Then,
I mean, I've never been on. I don't want to come in and slate Dan Burn because look,
no, mate, no,
he's a nice guy.
He would absolutely knock you out, by the way, Ryan.
He's a whole foot taller than me, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sort of my series come on again. My series come on again. No, unbelievable. No, for me, I just think Dan Burn, he just didn't have the game today. It wasn't it, and it just I don't know what it was exactly. He was out of position a lot. He made a good run for the goal, but for me, he wasn't it, and it wasn't a classic performance from anyone saying that.
It's funny talking about Carlin Grant's goal. Still on the subject, I write notes down as the game is going, and bearing in mind I'm in a pub and everyone's shouting about all their opinions. I'm trying to focus on what I'm writing down. So bullet point: Carlin Grant was very quiet. Literally 30 seconds later, he scored. And my mate Brett was like, "Why the fuck did you write that, you twat?" And I was like, I can't believe I've literally just jinxed it.
I agree though. Like he didn't do much.
No, he was
the whole
so
game,
quiet
and then
the whole game.
he got that one chance. Like, they were gonna. So I don't know if you saw, they actually were going to take him off. So they got ready to sub him off. I think literally the substitute was ready on the sidelines.
Yeah,
and then. Literally within about 5-10 seconds of the guy being on the sidelines, he's gone and scored, and they've taken him off. So yeah, I think it was just it's literally he had nothing. West Brom didn't really provide him with much, to be honest. He didn't have the best service, but then when he got his chance, he absolutely banged it. No, exactly. If
you take your chances, you score goals, and it's as simple as that. In the first half again, we've got chances. Mopé had an absolute sitter in the first half. Lallana's laid it off to him. And
great save,
he just hit it straight in his leg.
Save.
It was a good save. If it was just
a bit higher, it was going in. It's because he done it along the ground.
I'm with. So we're sort of split here. Well, again, which is good, but I feel like it was a very good save. I agree. Great save. He's actually hit it he's hit it towards the left side of the keeper, and he's had to stick his leg out to get it, which was very good keeping.
Good.
But then at the same time, if you're a striker and your job is to score goals in that position, you're not going to get anything better. The way Lallana's plucked that out of the air, the touch was incredible, and that little pass inside was just mad.
People think that he should have shot Lallana. I completely disagree. I think looking back at the replay, his one option was to pass it to Mopé. He made the right decision.
I mean, you could argue that. You could argue, should Lallana be shooting there himself? Is that is that him being not still not fully fit?
Yeah.
Maybe is that I don't know if that's a thing. But that's the only thing I could realise. But no, definitely I think Mopé and interesting we talk about Mopé. What do you guys think? With regards to Mopé, I feel like, don't get me wrong, he scored a few goals this season. He's not on a drought or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But I feel like he should be scoring much more than he has so far this season. And it's just frustrating because he's our out-and-out striker. And obviously now we've got Danny Welbeck in. It will be interesting to see what Potter does. But what do you guys think with regards to him? Just, does he need a breakthrough away from the team? I don't know.
I think he's low on confidence, isn't he, at the moment? Because he's had a couple of games since the Manchester United game. He hasn't quite been where he was at the beginning. I think today, in fairness to him, he didn't really have the ball at all in the second half. And he was just completely isolated up there on his own. He didn't have anyone to knock it down to. He had no one making any forward runs. It was just him up there on his own.
They were only doing long balls to him, weren't they? What's Neil
exactly. And it's never
what's he going to do against Ajayi and the other centre back?
Exactly.
Yeah,
there's nothing he can really do.
It was long ball after long ball. It was like watching West Ham a few years ago.
Yes, but it was a typical Chris Hughton performance today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The second half, it just wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't it. And we every podcast we've had so far, we've been talking about how brilliant we play. And I said maybe we need to start resulting to sort of anti football and trying to grind out results. Well, it didn't work. It just didn't work. And now I can see why we don't do that, because my God, we can't sit on the lead to save our life.
Basically, Ryan, we're fucked either way, basically.
Graham Potter listened to the podcast, didn't he? Potter listened to the last episode and heard Ryan say we should go back to Hughton style and play for one off, and now he's done that. And he's gone, fuck.
But okay, then that begs the question. Then what do we need then? What do we need to do differently then?
I saw a scary stat today, and I think Potter's got 4 wins in the last 24 games, and that's pretty mad. And it's worrying, because I think if we can't beat West Brom, and all due respect to West Brom, I don't want to be that guy who comes on and says that, but we should be winning on paper.
No, it's what we said last. It's what we said last week. If you want to survive in this league, with all due respect to West Brom, we have to be beating them. If you want to stay in the Premier League, you have to be beating people in the bottom 10.
Yeah.
So
I don't think West Brom were that good today. I mean, in the last 20 minutes or so, they were, they were pretty solid.
Yeah,
but
they were pretty,
before that, they weren't anything. I was actually getting myself prepared to be saying as to how boring West Brom, but they haven't done anything. And okay, they took one chance and that's it. But we can't be the team that take one chance and do that. We can't smash and grab. We've got to play our way from the back and play our way through midfield and then take the next 20 chances. But it's just frustrating.
I was prepared to say that we finally played bad and then won, but then obviously nicking the goal completely changed that. I thought that was going to be the narrative. We finally played badly and we won the game, and that was going to be the one positive from the match. But we didn't. We dropped.
And then as soon as they scored, it was pretty much all West Brom. Like, I don't think I can't even think of a chance that we had apart from, in the first half. And second half, I can't actually remember one chance we plucked out. I mean, it's just very frustrating. But I look at the performance and I do see a couple of sort of shining lights, I suppose, so to speak. So in my opinion, I thought Ben White was fantastic again. I know, Ryan, you mentioned for the goal, he was maybe poor, and I do agree. Like he wasn't at his best for that goal, and
he was okay.
He has been he's been caught out a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. Like there is a couple of times, like he's not the finished article. Let's just say that. But I see glimpses of him where I see glimpses from him where he shows that class, and like I think it was one recovery tackle we made in the second half.
Yeah, he did. He did do a good tackle in there. I think it was late in the second half. I think it was. I just look at, like, just for me, the little glimpses there. And it is positive, we mentioned it last week as well with him playing in DM. Is he going to, be able to play there? And I think, but I would still like to see him at centre half. And I think, I'd like to see Alzate back in there on the back of that one. I'd probably change my mind a bit there.
It was a negative. I don't know. I think playing him CDM is quite negative. I would have liked to see maybe Veltman as a sub and have Ben White there. I don't know.
I thought Veltman was all right, actually, to be fair to him.
He was okay.
Solid debut.
I suppose so. But I just think having Ben White at CDM, you're looking at teams and you're thinking, oh, this is maybe a bit defensive. Like we should be going for it a bit more. Having maybe imagine Alzate, Lallana, Basuma. Is that too much of an attacking centre midfield? I don't know. But I feel like we should be playing.
100%. No, I 100% agree. I would love to see that formation. Like I've always said, like, for people that know me, like my good mates who know me, for years now, I've said, why I'd rather us lose and play attacking, an attacking formation or attacking play than play what we played today and get a draw against West Brom. I'd much rather us go out there and actually take the game to teams. And to be fair, sometimes we have, and I can't fault Potter because he has actually changed it a lot since Hughton. But I just still feel like I'd rather us go out there, with 3 attacking-minded midfielders and really give it to teams. Yeah. And hopefully,
to be fair, we did start like that this season. This is the first game that we've been, bar Everton, we've been really bad. And Everton was because we were outclassed. Today was just because we weren't good enough, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I'd argue that, against United and we were taking it to them every single time, but we weren't scoring goals. And that was the problem at that point. So we're still not scoring goals and we didn't take it to them. So
I think this is the first game we can actually point the finger at Potter rather than the players not taking the chances.
He got it wrong today.
I'll tell you what, the one thing that annoyed me out of everything is Lallana came off and I thought, okay, let's bring some pace on, let's bring Connolly on or someone like that. He brings on Pascal Gross. And I was like, that is the most negative substitution we could have made. Like, there's no pace in Pascal, but okay, he's technically okay. But if you brought Connolly on and had him a bit wide, caused some trouble with the West Brom defence because, they were tiring. Ivanovic, that centre back, like we could have
Ivanovic was all over the place.
Yeah,
we got to talk about the goal. So we didn't score.
Yeah, we didn't score.
It was absolute. It was fucking brilliant though. Literally like two clowns. It's like was it Charlie Chaplin? One of those old school black and white films where they bump into each other.
I made a note saying that was like watching Duncan Duffy like a few years ago. Those kind of own goals. Used to
It actually was.
Yeah, it actually was. Yeah, like calamity duo.
Yeah.
No, it was funny though. But no, I think it was. Yeah, we definitely deserved it in the first half. Now in the second half as well, there was a penalty shout on Dan Burn from Sam Johnston. Now, I personally don't think it was even worth mentioning, but I thought I'd put it open to the group and see what you guys thought. Do you guys think it was a penalty or not?
I don't think so. No, I don't know. I think we got up and shouted saying, "Oh, it's a pen," but then looking back on it, it's not. Yeah. In the moment, you want to shout and say that's a penalty, but looking back, I don't think it was.
Yeah, no, nothing in it, was it?
And another one as well, I remember, was the Lamptey one as well.
Oh, God,
I would argue, like, he's not even, was it Lamptey? Where it basically was where Ajayi just absolutely shoulder barged him.
Oh, yeah.
It was Ben White. No, he shoved.
It was
I thought, are you talking about
Ben
the
White?
It
was Ben White. Yeah, where Ajayi shoulder barged Ben White. I know, yeah. Our memories are terrible. And he's absolutely shoulder barged him. Now, I would argue, anywhere else on the pitch, that'd be a foul.
Yeah, it's a real grey area, isn't it? That kind of tackle when the ball's going
shoulder barge.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like he's not even looked at the ball. He's not even tried to get the ball. He's just looked at Ben White and just gone bam with his shoulder.
To be fair, he didn't even try and get the ball. He just completely took him out. Yeah. So you could argue that was a pen. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it was given against me, if it was given against Brighton, I would be fuming. Yeah. But at the same time,
we'd be clutching at straws to say that, though, wouldn't we? Because we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything to warrant a win today, like at all.
But it's just like Ben said, I think it's just it's a grey area which frustrates a lot of fans because they're like, well, if it's given elsewhere on the pitch, why is it not given in the penalty box?
And another weird foul that wasn't given a foul. Lamptey was like sandwiched between Livermore and another, I think their left back. And then Lamptey ended up having to like crawl through the left back's legs and still got up with the ball, then got thrown to the floor again. That wasn't. Do you remember that? Him doing that?
Yeah.
That was like one of them party games. Yeah. Like back in school, you go to your mate's party, you have to go through the legs and you have to jump over them. He's doing everything to get the ball, and he's done so well to get back up again. But how that wasn't a foul, I have no idea. No idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think on the whole, the ref had a good game. Well, he didn't really have much to do, to be honest. But yeah, we can't really blame the officiating. I don't think for the result as much as we'd love to. I think it was just poor management.
I think as well we've probably got to give credit where it's due to West Brom. They were brilliant today.
No, of course.
For what they do, they played their game well. And they didn't do much into the last 20, but they deserved it in the end. They deserved at least a point because we were not good enough. And if they were a little bit more punishing, and if they had Diagana on form a little bit more, we would have been completely beaten today.
I'm worried. I'm worried that we've kind of been found out of. Obviously, we haven't been getting results, but regarding like Lamptey and him playing unbelievable, I'm worried that now defences are sitting back really deep, like Palace done, and completely cancel out the Lamptey effects. I feel like West Brom done that today as well, and Lamptey played okay, but he never got beyond the defence really. I'm worried.
United did it to us as well, didn't they?
I'm worried that now teams are going to be doing that, and they've kind of figured out how to stop Lamptey.
And
I think that's a great point. I couldn't agree more. That it's like they've sussed us out already, and we just that was our sort of plan A, and we don't have a plan B. So what's the backup plan? What can we do? That's the thing. That's what I want to know is when Potter's in that position. Let's say as soon as we can see that 1-1, what is he doing differently? What does he need to do? Is there a plan B, or are we just like one dimensional?
Well, I think
my concern is. Sorry, Ben, go on.
Yeah, go on. No, you go, mate.
Cheers. My concern is that we're not getting results, and we haven't been for a long time now. And regardless of today, of how Potter played, as you mentioned, this plan B of us going defensive and trying to grind it out, it doesn't work. We go for a full-blown attacking game, and we take a game to the team, and we dominate them and dominate them and dominate. We can't score goals. And it's quite concerning now because it's to the point where I don't want to think Potter out because I'm not saying that before people say, but where's the wins coming from? Because realistically, we've got Tottenham next, and with the form that Tottenham are in, with how they're playing with Bale, Son, Kane, they're going to be lethal. And if they're right on it, we're going to be in danger of getting blown away by them. And I honestly believe that. And I'm just thinking, where's the points coming from? Because we're struggling to score goals, win games, grind out results, and it's not just a case of we're not scoring goals anymore. It's a case of we're not conceding goals anymore, like how we were. I was just about to say,
I was just about to say we're not scoring goals and we're not keeping clean sheets. So
it's not like.
No, definitely, and it takes us on really nicely on to sort of the previewing and looking forward to the. Well, I say looking forward, we're not, but we're looking at the Tottenham game. So, of course, Ryan, you mentioned the front three of Tottenham is just pretty scary, to be honest. So you got Son, Kane, and Bale. Now, Son and Kane have been incredible. Obviously, Bale hasn't played. He's played, I think, one game or two. Yeah, one in a cameo appearance.
Yeah, Bale's got a bit of time coming in, but
but Son and Kane have just been absolutely incredible. Just scoring goals, getting assists. They're absolutely lethal. I'm shitting myself. As Danny Dyer would say, I'm absolutely shitting myself because them coming at us is just going to be so scary.
The only Tottenham thing to me now with Son, sorry Ben, I've interrupted you again, mate. Son and Kane to me are reminding me of the whole Firmino, Salah, and Mane vibes of back in when Liverpool were right on it, and that's the sort of feeling I'm having. But Ben, what about you?
I was going to say, looking at it with an optimistic approach, we play well against the big teams, and now we've played a team West Brom, and we didn't perform. So hopefully we'll be back and up for a game against a big team or one of the top six. I think maybe that will give a team a boost playing a big team again, and we'll actually have to concentrate. I feel like we were just so lackluster today. I don't know if that's because we thought we were playing a smaller team than us. I think this is probably the first game we've had this season where we've been the favourite, like the outright favourite.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Yeah.
But the trouble is, Ben, we haven't actually taken points from those top six.
No, we've only played well, haven't we? That's
since what? Arsenal? Was that the last one? I'm pretty sure Arsenal was the last one.
Yeah.
And that was last season.
That was last season. Yeah. I was about to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we've played Chelsea, United, Everton.
Oh, yeah,
we haven't taken any points out of them. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's very, very worrying. And but a good thing. So I'm trying to look at the positives now.
Let's go for a positive side.
No. The positive thing is Spurs they haven't been that solid defensively. Now we saw them concede 3 against West Ham. They absolutely collapsed against West Ham. And don't get me wrong, West Ham are actually playing.
They've been
well
good this year.
They've been in really good form. But still, the point still stands. Their defense hasn't been great this season. So that could be a positive for us. You know, if we can find the right pockets and, you know, really go at them, you never know. We could maybe, but I'll be honest with you, the way I feel right now, I can't see anything but like a 3-0 Spurs win. I can't see anything but a convincing win for Spurs.
Southampton. Southampton, you'd think are a good side now. You're like, Southampton are, you know, they beat Everton 2-0, wasn't it? Yeah. And they got absolutely destroyed 5-2, wasn't it, at their place? And it was Son and Kane. Son got 4 goals. Kane got 4 assists. Yeah, he assisted all 4 of them. That was mental. And then he got a goal to top it off. So, yeah, I can only imagine what they could do to us on the back of today.
But going back to a previous point you made, Maz, I think you were saying, like, what was our plan B? And, like, looking at the last 10 minutes when they scored, maybe 82nd minute, whatever it was, if you're Potter, you're thinking, right, we need to do something else here because we're hoofing the ball long to Neil Maupay. He's losing the ball every single time. We're second to the ball every single time. No, West Brom are second to the ball. Or first to the ball, sorry. Yeah. West Brom are first to the ball every single time. Then you bring...
Someone's had a drink.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. That's actually then surely you'd be thinking, right, Welbeck's that type of player that's going to win the ball there. So why are you not bringing on Welbeck there? If we're playing long balls constantly, why don't you bring on Danny Welbeck?
Yeah. No, exactly. He's a bit of a I wouldn't say he's a proper target man, but he's a bit of a target man. He can hold up the ball quite well.
More of a target man.
Yeah, he's more of a target man than Maupay. Yeah. And you know, anyone else we've got in that option, you know, Connolly, Trossard, they're all, you know, smaller in size. So yeah, I mean, it'll be great to see why, but obviously, I personally don't think he was fit enough. That's probably why Potter didn't, get him on.
Maybe.
Obviously, yeah. Let's be real. Potter sees it day in day out in training. He'll know the fitness levels of his players, and I do trust him. That's the thing. I haven't lost trust in him.
No,
It's just obviously I'm just questioning some of his decisions. That's all. And I just feel like sometimes, but as fans, we're always going to look at it and be like, oh, he should have done this, he should have done that. But at the end of the day, let's be frank, he is the guy getting paid to manage the team.
Yeah.
And so far, from the reason why I say that is because we can't slate him yet. He hasn't done anything for us to be like, right,
that's what I was going to say.
He's shit, or he's done that, he's done this like a consistent basis. There's been questionable moments.
The thing is, what you could say is he hasn't done this on a consistent basis, but he has. This is the same conversations we were having last season. Can't score goals, can't win games. We can't finish teams off, is what we've been saying for years.
But I thought that was down to the players, though, rather than. I think now we can actually.
I'm not slating Potter. I'm just counteracting what you said.
Yeah.
I agree. We should be. Potter can't be finishing Mope's chances off. But
imagine that Potter back post knocking him in.
But it's a results business, isn't it? At the end of the day, and that's what people are going to look at.
That's that's a scary thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're looking at the game on their phone, Brighton are 2-1 down. Oh, okay, they've lost again. That's what people are looking at.
I mean, to be fair, that has literally resonates so much because literally in my work group chat, two of the guys didn't watch the game, and literally the first two comments in the group chat was "lol, just seen the score," and so they literally just see the score straight away. They see it's 1-0 against West Brom. And it's they're laughing at us and they're like, oh, what a shit result, unlucky lads. Like you need to be beating West Brom. And so I think it's a great point you make. It's like all right, we're playing good football and we don't look shit, but we're still drawing and we're still losing. It's not any different. But one thing I would argue is you talk about for years it's been the same case. I think it's just been since lockdown of last year, so the first lockdown. I think after that period, you could argue what you're saying. Yeah, it's been the same story. But up until then, I don't think until the lockdown, I don't think
quite a few. Villa away last season, we lost 2-1 in the last minute.
Cool, I was there,
and we were doing really well until we got a red card. Aaron Moy, Southampton 2-0 at home. We should have taken our chances. They hit us on 2 counter-attacks and beat us. West Ham at home. Drew 1-1, should have beaten him.
Yeah. I mean...
There's a lot on there.
Yeah, I just feel like still, though, it's you talk about the 2-0 against Southampton, we still lost, but the fact that I don't know. For me personally, I think after
I'm not getting on his back.
When...
I'm just doing it for the sake of
no. Of course. Like football's an opinions game, and this is the beauty of it. We all have our own take on it, and we all have our own opinions on it, which is why we love it and hate it so much. But I think it's interesting to see what he does now. I think it's going to come a time where we're going to sit on this podcast. Let's say next game or the day after, we're going to sit there and say, right, what is Potter going to do now? Because we're going to get to a point where it's sort of make or break for him. Like he's got to do something change. He's got to change formation. He's got to change personnel. He's got to do something differently. Otherwise, like you said, like we've said multiple times, we're just going to keep getting the same results. It's like I don't know the quote exactly. I think it's Einstein. He goes,
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, or Groundhog Day, whatever. You're just going to keep getting the same result. You expected the same, different result doing the same thing, and it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I think I've loosely misquoted it, but you get the gist. Yeah. You get the gist. Yeah, I don't think Einstein said it like that, but it's just frustrating. But no, I suppose that's just the way it is, I suppose, and it should be interesting to see. But anyway, I think we've covered it. It will be an interesting game. Spurs, we'll see what happens. The front three really scare me. So it'll be. Yeah, I don't think
they're playing right now. I believe they're playing Burnley on.
They are. Yeah, got Burnley.
So that'll be interesting to see how that happens and what happens there because Burnley are a tough side to break down. So if they can score a few past them, then it might show that it could be Spurs' year this year.
No, definitely. Like I think with Spurs, I think they let's say on paper again, like how we did it to West Brom last week. You look at Brighton and Spurs will look at us and go, "That's an easy 3 points." Like I said, the kid at work, he's a massive Spurs fan, and he said we're going to win the league this season, blah blah blah, and they'll see us as just another step towards that. But in saying that, I think like I said earlier, defensively they're not that great, but going forward they are looking incredible. So I mean, there's a chance, but I'm not feeling confident, especially after the West Brom game.
Dunk as well. No Dunk again.
No Dunk.
We did miss him today. We missed him.
I would say Webster was okay. Webster did.
Yeah, Webster
did
well. Webster all right. Webster all right. And
I think it goes to show we missed that leader at the back, didn't we? We missed someone to command them, and I think that's maybe what we've overlooked a little bit this season. We've said Dunk hasn't been that good, but maybe we've missed him just even sorting the line out a little bit. Just someone to take charge. Yeah.
No, agreed.
Sorry, Maz, what were you saying?
No. I was going to say, I think Webster made. I think it was towards the end of the game. Again, I think he made an unbelievable challenge when they're about to go for it. Yeah. So no, he really impressed me.
I like Webster.
Yeah. He's done well. I mean, we bought him. What was it 20 million from Bristol City? So it was a big price tag to come to Brighton with. And I think he's sort of finally, slowly starting to pay it off. But obviously, still a long way to go. He's nowhere near. Like I said with Ben White, he's still got a long way to go.
Matty Ryan made a good save.
Against Pereira. No, not Pereira.
No, was it Conor Gallagher? Was it Conor Gallagher? Was it his strike?
Might have been.
Or maybe the Croatian bloke.
Could be.
Either way,
who knows?
He's a bit of a Marmite guy at the moment, isn't he, Matty Ryan? Some people don't like him.
Oh, it was against Kravenovic, it was?
Yeah, that
Kravenovic,
it was a very good save.
That guy.
Yeah, I think he
deserves
some credit sometimes. He does make some decent saves, but I don't know. He get my heart skips a beat sometimes when he gets the ball or there's a shot going towards him. You never know if he's just going to parry it or I just never know.
Yeah. No, well, I think he's a very, very solid option in goal. Like, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think he's very safe. He's a safe pair of hands. I mean, exactly. Yeah, it could be worse. He's no Michel Kuipers, though, is he? He's no Michel Kuipers.
He wasn't in the Marines, was he? So.
No, exactly. Right, and then, so away from the sort of Brighton chat, just what we wanted to quickly cover was the pay-per-view. Obviously systems in place. So, a lot of games are on pay-per-view at the moment. But there's been some sort of developments recently. I think yesterday, or today, they announced that basically the Premier League can have a meeting now to review pay-per-view. So they might just scrap it altogether. So I think we're all going to agree, but a very, very wise move because I just think the whole thing was ridiculous. And apparently as well, they came out and they won't release that. They've been told, someone asked for the figures. Yeah. They wouldn't release them. They said it was that bad. They refused to release the figures.
Wasn't it for the Newcastle Man United? Who was it? I think it might have been one of the Newcastle games that was box office. I don't think it was Man United, but my friend told me at the pub.
Oh no, wasn't it Newcastle Burnley or something like some shit?
It was only, was it like only 74 people paid for it or something like that?
No way.
I don't know if it was real. That
74?
Only 74 people.
Wow.
And I think, imagine the majority of them, if it's true, imagine the majority of them would be like pubs and stuff around Newcastle and Burnley, but that's still 74. Jesus,
that's incredible. I didn't know that.
That's actually mad. But no, I think we can all agree.
You never know. I'd like to believe
it. Fake news.
Fake news. Clickbait at the end of the day.
That's going to be the podcast title,
isn't it? 74 people pay-per-view.
Oh god.
But no, like I said, I think we can all agree it's great news if they do scrap it. I think it's just mental. You're paying what 60, 70 quid for a subscription as it is, and then you're charging you £15 to watch fucking Burnley versus West Brom.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm not having
stupid.
it. Yeah, as Eddie Hearn would say, I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it.
Yeah. Isn't it? Well, I think it was Sky and BT that have said it to the Premier League, saying there's really no point in us doing this. I think it was those. Yeah, they've turned around and said it. Basically, lads, we're not selling anywhere near enough to make this worth our while. No, so can you just sack it off, please? Yeah, I love it. That'd be such a great reward for fans. Again, giving us back all the
common sense prevails.
And also, not only that, you talk about the fans. That's a very good point you make. The fans, I think, have shown the power of fans. I know, Ryan, that's one of your slogans.
Fans make football.
Fans make football. There you go, mate. And I think it's so true. Like, it just shows what we all did as a footballing community. I know it sounds well cliched and cringy, but
it's true.
We all came together. Like every club you saw, I think it was Man United or Liverpool. They raised 110 grand. It was 110 grand for food banks with the money they would have spent on tickets.
Yeah,
for the pay per view. Yeah, Brighton did it. I think we raised 4,000.
Yeah,
what was it?
110 grand? 8 or 9 actually. I think it's 8 or 9. But even still, brilliant.
Exactly.
Stuff
Consider our
from
fan
We
base
Are
is
Brighton.
probably a tenth of Liverpool's.
Yeah.
Is pretty impressive.
It was We Are Brighton set that up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if
Class.
they are watching,
Big shout out.
credit to those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
great
shout out
stuff.
to We Are Brighton.
Bringing
Good
some
on you,
negativity back to podcast because people love negativity.
Oh, great.
Ryan, I'm going to wind you up in one sentence.
Please do.
Today you were quite wound up at the fact that Brighton are hosting the stream. They're streaming the Spurs match, aren't they, in the stadium? That pissed you off,
See,
didn't it?
I took a back seat on that in the end, and I saw both sides, right? And I'll explain why. And at first, I just didn't understand.
So basically, Ryan,
it.
you
I was
bottled
thinking,
it. You basically bottled it, did you?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain to the audience first, Ryan, and then go into your thoughts? So, what were you annoyed at originally today?
Well, I still think it's stupid as to how you allowed fans into the ground, but you're not allowed fans into the ground to watch a game. You're allowed to watch it on a telly, and no one can actually tell me with a straight face that that's not stupid. But now I take a back seat. I think it's class from the club as sort of like a way of hitting back at the government to say, look, we can do this safely. We can get fans back in, and it's a good way of doing that. And I completely backed that from the beginning, but I still think it's very stupid to allow fans to a game, but to watch on telly in there. So you're watching on a big screen, but you're not allowed to go to watch a football match. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. And I've seen F1, I think, did it. They've got full crowds. I think some theatres have got full crowds, and I just don't understand why you can't get a few thousand from each stadium just to go in and socially distance. Completely. You're all completely. In order, and you're all fine. You're all under control in controlled conditions. But yeah, I just don't get it, to be honest.
It's like the Dortmund Schalke game. Sorry, Maz. They had 300 people in the Dortmund stadium.
Yeah.
So then, if you're thinking right, they're going to put all these COVID things in place in the 1901 club where they're going to be hosting the stream. Why can't they just do those precautions outside in the seats as well, where there's more space and it's outside? So
exactly,
but that makes no sense to me though. Why open a stadium to let fans in? Why don't you just play the game and watch it? Like what? It makes no sense.
Even if it's just 100 fans in the Amex, I don't care. But it's still fans in the stadium.
And just for the benefit of the viewers, just in case you don't have a clue what we're talking about, because we didn't really give context. But basically, Brighton have done an initiative to let fans come in and watch the game on the big screen. Is that right, Ryan? Is that basically the gist of it?
Yeah, so for the Spurs game, you're allowed to go to the game. You're allowed to go to the ground, should I say. You're allowed to go to the Amex, and you can watch the Spurs stream on a beanbag, on the big screen, outside.
So outside the stadium.
Is it not inside? I thought it was...
No, it's on the big screens, I believe.
No, because that's what I was going to say, Ben. If it was an inside, what's the point? You might
that would just be stupid if they put it inside. I think it's on the big screen. Yeah, they put in big screens out. You remember how they did for the Villa one when we played Villa in the Championship? They put those big screens out outside the West Stand. I think
they were just going to show
doing a beanbag.
Oh, I thought they were just showing it on the TVs like in a pub. I thought that's what they were doing.
I believe it's a beanbag. I might be wrong.
Do you remember Middlesbrough? Basically, people didn't get tickets for the Middlesbrough game because I couldn't get a ticket for the Middlesbrough game in the playoffs. Do you remember? Not playoffs, sorry. It was the game.
The last one. I know what you want to
the last game, yeah. And we watched it on... So we all sat in a stadium and they put screens on the pitch.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I might be wrong.
Hold on.
I believe that's what it is.
Is it inside the stadium or is it outside the stadium? I'm confused.
Be.
Is it inside?
I've got my phone here, luckily.
It can't be an outside beanbag because then that's people just sat in the stadium anyway. It must be. They must be showing it like a pub inside.
No. Hold on. If it's inside the stadium, I'm going to lose.
That's what it was. I think Norwich done it. Like so many teams have been doing these streams for their fans, so they go to like the turnstiles and they watch the game within the stands.
Okay, I'm very confused.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. So they're going to let fans into the stadium.
Yes.
But then not play the game with the players on the pitch.
No, but I think.
Yeah, big screen presentation.
Oh my god.
Okay, we still haven't clarified. Is it inside? Okay, but is it inside or outside?
No, it'll be big screens. It'll be outside.
Okay,
if it's big screen,
outside.
All
right. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've gone around in circles enough.
That's my point here. Is saying how can this be allowed? How can you be allowed to do that, but you can't go to a game? I completely understand what the club are trying to do. They're trying to hit back at the government. They're saying, look, we can do this safely. You can get fans in. It's fine. But how much of a slap in the face is that to fans? You got to pay 20 quid to go watch on a big screen at the ground, but you can't.
Yeah,
you can't go to the game.
I think for me personally, the bottom line is you basically there's two ways about it. There's no middle ground because for me this was like a middle ground. It's like you can't go to the game, but maybe you can watch it on the screen. Like for me, it's a middle ground. You either do it or you don't. So you either have the game and have fans.
I think this is sort of against. Or don't. This is against like the whole government policies, though, isn't it? This is just the club doing what they possibly can to sort of go back. Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, personally, I just think you either let fans into the set, like don't do all this dilly dallying and get screens and all this bollocks. Like I mean, it's just all bullshit. Really,
I think it's fair to say Maz is seeing red.
For anyone
just get rid of it? Just get someone else.
Yeah, let's sack him off. Yeah, for anyone who's listening to this, Ben's got a new LED light in his room, and he's just
not as if we've
seen
loads of videos of it on the group chat on WhatsApp.
Absolute losers. He's got some new LEDs. So for the people listening,
can't say anything,
you don't have the pleasure of.
You should be watching this on YouTube to be able to see the beauty of my room.
Yeah, of course. But all right. Well, chaps, just to round up, a very disappointing evening for us. But it was just not a good result.
It's been an emotional one. It's been an emotional episode.
Yeah, it's been emotional. Our first pod straight after a game, so it's groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah,
Seagulls Social. So I hope you enjoyed it, and of course, as per usual, we'll be looking forward to the next pod, which is actually a very, very special one, lads. Isn't it? We've got the big man himself, Big Andy Naylor on, our very own Fabrizio.
The
very own Fabrizio Romano, as people describe him as. We're really excited to have Andy Naylor, of course, formerly of the Argus, and now with the Athletic. Really, really excited to have him. So it should be a very interesting pod after the Spurs game. And Ben, you can ask about the Athletic if you want. That would be interesting.
Great. It's the one thing I'm willing to pay for football-wise.
All right, sick. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, as per usual, please follow us on our socials. So that's Seagulls Social on Instagram and Twitter. So make sure you check us out on that. And of course, either listen to us on Spotify or Apple, and of course YouTube.
Like and subscribe.
Sure you do. Like and subscribe to this video so it helps us get up on the rankings.
I know you hate it, Ryan, but we have to say it. Like and subscribe.
We have to plug. We've got to get the plug in. But no, I really, really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Go on, Ben.
If you made it this far on YouTube, comment, Ben, your lights are amazing. Ryan, yours are rubbish. Okay, if you made it this far, comment that.
Yeah, if you made it this far,
as I said, we are looking for a third co-host. So if you are interested, please do let us know. My DMs are open on Instagram, Twitter, etc. Just let me know. Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Ryan's DMs are open. Jesus.
New Ben host, by the way.
It's a brilliant way to end it. So peace and enjoy.
Peace.